I wanted to move on because today, of course, is Summit Day in Alaska between our president and the Russian president, and the fact that Putin's even coming to the United States, where he can't go to most countries because he's a
I can see Russia from my house. Sarah Palin was
exactly.
right.
God, I miss Sarah Palin, though she was the one who started. When you look at the dumbing down of the Republican Party, remember it used to be the intellectual party, and now it's the dim-witted party. She was really the one that started that, but that's for another day. But so I think Putin is coming in. He's confident. He's played Trump. He feels he can do it again. And he's not going to agree to anything unless there's territorial concessions, unless Ukraine is essentially neutered. To me, the most important thing is the security guarantee, because without that, he's violated every agreement and he'll do it again. But what are your thoughts on this? Why don't we start with you, Kurt?
I mean, again, we'll see what comes up. Donald Trump has put a lot of his reputation at stake, and really his brand is the art of the deal, the master negotiator. The one thing that's been hanging over his head, really, his entire presidency so far, was that promise that on day one, all of these conflicts will end because I am president, and everyone will heel to me because they didn't want to work with Joe Biden, but they'll work with me. Like, well, put up or shut up. Like that's kind of where we're at right now. Let's see if the cult personality that is Donald Trump is powerful enough to get Putin and Zelensky to broker some sort of long-term ceasefire towards the path of ending this engagement completely. Putin time and again has made Donald Trump look really bad. I think Trump's kind of tired of that shtick. I think that he recognizes it is a bad look for Trump to go out there and make these pronouncements, and then the next day Putin starts bombing, Kiev, and Trump's left holding the bag, looking like an idiot. He's tired of that routine, certainly. What will come of this? I don't know. I think that uh, Zelensky has been perfectly clear what he's willing to accept and not accept, and so any effort to try to move him off that seems like a non-starter for Zelensky. Clearly, Zelensky is not swayed by, well, then you'll lose the support of the United States. He's already lost it over it. I mean, that was the entire campaign of 2024, frankly. And Zelensky still held still with resolve and conviction. I think that's one thing that Donald Trump doesn't quite understand fully, because Trump is not, he is an opportunist, he is transactional. He actually doesn't have really core convictions. Zelensky seems to, and I don't know if Trump knows how to deal with that at times.
I just don't know though, well, first of all, we did just send over new weapons, obviously bought by Europe, but we did move back from the campaign promise for sure, which obviously is makes some of the right angry. But I mean, I totally appreciate, and you guys know my politics in regards to foreign policy. I'm very much a hawk. So this is, but I totally appreciate Zelensky's position. I just don't know how much power he has to actually keep that position. So obviously, Trump has come around a little bit more to him recently. There is no doubt in my mind, all the rhetoric of, oh, Trump's doing this like by the seat of his pants. There is, from my White House days, there is no doubt in my mind that the Russian staff and the White House staff do not have this buttoned up as much as humanly possible because of letting each principal, not just Trump, but also Putin, come together. I just think that this is more organized than people think. And two things I'm watching. One, the fact that Lutnik and Besant are going to this as well, which means to me, obviously Rubio's going, but which means to me a lot of this is economic, probably surrounding
Sanctions.
the secondary sanctions, especially with Brazil and India. From what I've been told from some of my sources, that India is putting tremendous pressure on Russia because they're getting killed with the
Mhm.
50%. And then the second thing I'm watching is, does Zelensky come this weekend? Like, does it get to that point, or is there like a meeting in 2 weeks? Like, do they just, I think something comes out of this because I hopefully people stop dying. But I just, there's a, I guess it's my American backup too. It's like, well, everyone's making all these demands, but they want our help. And like Europe's really not stepping up that much. I mean, I know that the dynamics and how much money they said they spent, but do they have the ability to step up more? I don't know. It's really up to us to solve this problem.
Yes. Well, my worry is that if there's a deal between Putin and Trump that isn't favorable to Ukraine, that Putin is that Trump is then going to make Zelensky the bad guy for taking a deal that's not favorable to Ukraine. My hope is that there's no deal, and I don't really see that there's going to be a deal here. If there's no deal, then I think that uh, will Trump follow through on the sanctions? Will he come through as he's promised? Because the Lindsey Grahams of the world are sitting in the Senate waiting to pass them. So I really hope that's going to happen. But I think overall it's a win for Putin, and we'll see what happens. They are having a press conference, which I think what will happen unless one of them really pisses the other one off, which hopefully will not be the case. But I certainly wish them well, and I think it's certainly better that they're meeting than they're not meeting.
Talk
But
is good.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So on that note, we will have to wrap it up. I thank all of you for joining us once again on Practically Political. And for my two partners in crime, I thanks so much, and we will see you next time.